I think I'm having some. Or maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Help! Help! I need technical and help. Holy jeez, guys! Australia is better than North Korea. Oh, I gotta turn the comments on. I am just a sludge fest of confusion. Yeah, that's what I am. An absolute sludge fest of confusion. I don't even. I think I got it. I think it's together. Okay, I tried to do something new, something different. Didn't work out. Didn't work out anywhere close. Oh my God. Sankey. So Sankey. Okay, Australia is better than North Korea. I'm not sure that was ever in. Was that an argument that was posed by somebody that it wasn't? Can you imagine if someone says, I'm going on vacation next week? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to go to North Korea. Like, North what? North Korea. Going to go and hang out at the beaches of North Korea. That's what I'm going to do. I was like, okay. May I suggest some alternate travel plans? Like Australia, maybe. Sankey, you're okay. You're okay in my book. You're absolutely okay. Where are we doing? Do I have this? Okay, those are working. Holy schmoly, I tell you guys. I was in schmuck. Like when I started the stream, things did not happen they were supposed to happen. And I'm going to blame myself. I'm not going to blame StreamYard. I'm not going to blame anyone else. I'm going to blame me because I think I mucked it up. Pretty sure I did. So anyway, welcome to Friday, guys. Hey, look, Friday, you got to just pull the pin out and relax because dimensions are... My name is Danny Alex, by the way. Hello, my name is Danny Alex. I am your host here on Dimension Zero. And we got a bunch of stuff that we're going to do today. I'm going to take... You guys got question and answers? You want to do some chatting? That's what Friday fun day. I'm trying to think of a good, if we do Friday fun day, I don't know. You know what? When you're busy in the afternoon trying to get the whole show together, you just take the first thing that comes to mind. It's like, okay, you know what? We'll just work on it. We'll just keep it going. So, right. It's Friday. And guys, if you're at home on the East Coast, we're like 7 p.m., 7:05. On the West Coast, it's 4:05, right? So a lot of people might be driving home. So if you're I'm having a beverage. I'm having red wine for my Friday. You are more than welcome to have a beverage of your choice on Friday. I hope you are. I hope you're sitting in a comfy chair. Hope you're sitting on the wherever. Maybe you're making dinner. You're going to put us on the background tunes and listen to some science conversation. Aliens. I got some other Dan Farah stuff. I thought Dan Farah is always fun. The Age of Disclosure guy, because he tries so hard to convince. Because he did his movie. He tries so hard to convince people that aliens. They always say, here's the differentiator. The one thing that Dan Farah, and look, I believe in other intelligent life exists. I do. It might not be in our galaxy. There might be one intelligent life species in every galaxy, basically, on a statistical basis. The question is, and they always say universe. They never say galaxy. Who cares about the universe? The nearest galaxy to us is the Andromeda Galaxy, which is 2.5 light years away. Right? It doesn't matter the amount, other galaxies. And I always say, unless they have Stargate technology where they're literally somehow opening up wormholes, which would be like, if you know about wormholes, how much energy they would take to open and then how much negative energy it would take to keep it open. So the question is, I have some definite thoughts on the aliens, but I'd love to hear the arguments, guys. I'd love to hear the arguments. Hey, I am gay. Do you sport because my friends don't? No. Listen, okay, dude. And friends real. Sorry, bro. I can't, dude. Oops, I forgot Sinister here. Sinister Blitzo. Hey, dude. It's 4:05 for me. So you're in Pacific time. In my room listening to a little Weezer. Hey, little Weezer. Mr. Yoda GT. It's simple. It's a Friday meow. Can I get a hell yeah for a Friday meow? I don't want to work. I want to bang on my drum all day. Great studio audience. I got to check something here. Oh, shoot. Look at that. Okay. That's not what I... Okay. No, that's not what I want. That's not... I want to be anarchy. I see what's going on. Oh, my mama told me that life was like a box of chocolates. Okay, I got it. I'm with it. So much confusion. You know what? You never really settle down from confusion about a confusion. It takes, I don't know, 25 minutes to clear the cloud of confusion. Always takes some time. Listen in some Weezer. Weezer, baby. Mr. Yoda. Mr. Yoda's given us a couple of meows. Sinister, did you hear about Project Ava? The AI companion Razer is making for gamers to Ubuntu or whatever. I don't know how they don't realize AI is the last thing gamers want since the RAM shortage. The one thing, hey Zara, yo girl, how's it going, girl? Fake LeBron James, woof. It's a simple woof. Double woof. We got 2 meows and 2 woofs. Someone's punking because dude just went meow twice. So here's the thing about AI. I think that it's the same thing. There's nothing you can do. AI will consume relaxin. Zara's relaxin. Quack. We got animals in the house. Are we living in Hobbiton? We got quacking, we got woofing, and relaxing. So AI, you know, I try and keep up on all of the latest on AI. And yes, so it's the point of acceptance. It's the same thing with the internet. And it's the best example. First off, cheers to a happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're all relaxing. Somewhere in a safe place. Maybe you got your feet up. You know, if I could, I would go to all of your places. I would make sure your pillow is all, I put like get your feet up. I put things, I get your favorite drink in your hand. I get you set up for the show, but I can't. So I have to just hope you've done it for a Friday. It's Friday. And we're relaxing, right? But AI, the project Ava AI about gaming and everything. So yeah, so basically what's going on, AI is trying to be, there's at every level, AI is being implemented in anything dealing with visual arts, film, games, commercials, whatever it is, drawing, stills, pictures, all that stuff. It's the same thing that I think with the internet. Do you remember before remember pets.com? If you remember pets.com, 1999, 2000, 2001, I think 2002, they went bankrupt. There wasn't an acceptance for online. And then Jeff Bezos, books were selling on Amazon. That's all he was selling. And then he came out and he revamped Amazon. I think it was 2004, I'm guessing. And slowly, the full acceptance, everyone said, no one's going to buy online. No one's going to buy something they can't touch, feel, and squeeze. No one's buying it. That's not going to happen. It may be like 5-10% of shopping. That's it. Well, what we're finding, there's a full acceptance. Full acceptance because of the way that convenience has replaced the idea. You know, I need some speed stick. You know, need some pit juice. I got 2 days left. Well, you've ordered off Amazon, and it comes. You know, although I am a proponent for shopping locally, I really am. I try and buy all that stuff at the local drugstore, at the local grocery store, at the local, just so I can keep that money in my community. When you buy online, all that money leaves your community. Like it does, right? So AI, what will happen? Just like so, my last video, although YouTube is kicking me in the schnazzers, I don't know why. YouTube is such a frustrating place. It is, guys. Like, if you don't get into YouTube unless you really want to like just get frustrated beyond belief, you know. My last video has the 76% average view duration, right? Anything over 70 is godlike. With a CTR, I think it's 4.4%. You know, it's not. But anyway, still, you know, trying to get views out of it is like, you know, it's ridiculous. But AI, there will come a point where AI is so much superior, you won't even notice it's AI. You can still kind of notice it's AI, right? There's still these little bugs. There's little things that you see, and you know it's AI. Like the Coke commercial, like the 2025 Coke commercial. You knew it was AI, but it looked good, but you knew it was AI, and that's somewhat offensive, right? For some reason, it's like, look, now they could not have filmed that with all the animals and everything. It's impossible. There's no way they could have filmed that. They would have had to have an entirely different video concept. So I think my idea on that, Sinister, is that even though there might be roadblocks to implementing AI graphics in the gaming industry, it's inevitable, because it will become so seamless that you won't be able to tell AI from gaming, from real life, from everything. It will become so. I don't. And look, the way the new models that released just on January 1st here, like I said, I've been using some of them for the videos. Insane. Like, they're just insane. They really are. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think, yes, there will be. Fuck. Am I AI? Yes. Yes, I am AI. We have frogs. Well, you know, so Yoda's being that's Rubbit Rivet. That's cool. Zara, what does the fox say? The fox. That's a good question. What does the fox say? Alexander Aguirre, Zen N7XR. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. How about the mongoose? How about the mongoose? Am I a clump of cells? Little terrible. Well, yes, I am. So are you. I mean, that is science. That is definitely science. Yeah. Friday night. I don't want to work. So I will salute you. Cheers. Salute. Salute to all of you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How was your dinner yesterday, Zara? You had dinner with your mother, came and cooked you some chicken, potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and carrots, if I recall. That sounds pretty good. I mean, it sounds really good. Actually, it sounds really good. I feel like KFC now. I might do some KFC. What do we want to do first? So there's some. Wait a sec. This isn't today's show. I was like, am I repeating yesterday's show? What the hell? My mom and stepdad just left. Get them out of the house. Get them out of the house. I know they're good. I'm just kidding, right? In a fun way. They're probably going out dancing, having some fun. Guys, I want you to. So there's an interview. Well, I'm not sure if we want to deal. I'm going to start with the Pope. Okay, I got to start with the Pope. Oh, jeez. Did you guys see the Pope? I was going to do this yesterday. I didn't do it. But the Pope, I mean, the Pope is out there. He's just absolutely, you know, I'm not a religious guy. And if you are, that's cool. That's, you know, you're just as welcome. No, I don't want a video. I want to share the Pope experience. Where is it? There's Pope. Oh, Pope Francis. Did you guys see this? So the Pope he was on the Pope Mobile in Chile. This was 3 or 4 days ago. He was on the Pope Mobile. The guy is so cute. Like he's going to go administer CPR, right? I mean, it's so. So here we go. The Pope. This happened, and just watch. Oh wait, that's not the one. Oh, okay, that wasn't the one where. Okay, I gotta get the other one. That's fine. You want to be like that? You want to be like that video? There. Okay. There we go. That's what we're gonna share. We'll share this one. This is the one. Okay. So he starts off. They put this. Yeah. Okay. This is the one. Sorry. Here we go. There he is. The Pope Mobile. Watch. There's a horse right there. See that? Female police officer, she fell off. Now, what we see next? We need some like hero music. The Pope, see that's the front angle. See, the Pope says, "Stop the gun." Oh, he's from Chicago. Stop the car. He gets out, he walks over, and the Pope is going to administer CPR. Like, let me see the Pope. Not alive. She's okay. It seems like look, you don't want anyone to get hurt. Horses are big creatures. But they really made a big deal out of this. And of course the Pope looks good because he's, God bless, he's doing God's work, whatever that is. So that's and I think this video was it's got a little bit more of the Pope. You see, there he comes. He's walking up. He's going. I give CPR. Move. Get out. Move. 1, 2, 3. Mouth to mouth. It's okay. The Pope got his personal physicians. No, he didn't. She went to the hospital. I think she's okay. The footage looks good. The Pope looked good. Chilean people. She's okay. She got to meet the Pope, right? Little hand on the forehead. If you're religious, it's a big deal, I think. This is this year. This is a few days ago. Zara, this is just a few days ago. That's the Pope. I don't think I can get copyright hit for this because this is, the Pope is all public. It's all public. So anyway, that's our man, the Pope, guys. Give it up. I'm not a religious guy. I'm agnostic. I don't think the Pope ever means any harm. If he, it's like someone says, bless you. Yeah, I take it as a compliment. Someone means it as a compliment. Okay, I'll take it as one. I have friends that are religious. It's just not my bag. I'm a science guy, right? That's what we do. I'm a science guy. I don't even ask anybody because it's like really, I don't care kind of thing, right? What someone's, someone wants to talk science and we get into like the details or, some of the nitty gritty of, mathematics or astrophysics. I am working on Brian Cox, sitting down right across from me. Sit down, Brian. Sit down. I'll get you a drink of water. Sit down. I don't know. Happy Friday. Hey, doggy's in the house. Motherfucker. What the hell? Right on. I guess that hey, it's Friday, man. Doggy, do you have what is it? Cranberry and vodka? Is that what it is? Are you enjoying one? A cranberry and vodka? Oh, hold on a sec. Oh, I missed a few. Oh, Zara, she made me steak tonight. Did you tell her that? I know a guy, Danny, who wants some steak. I love steak. That's like literally when I turn into an animal. Like when it's like medium rare. When medium rare beef gets passed around under my nose, I'm like, I turn into an animal. I'm an animal. What year is this from? Yeah. Well, a few days ago, honey. Doggy is giving a happy Friday to everybody. Everyone, stay a while. Relax. We got we got a little bit of alien. I want to jump into aliens. You guys do know what a real mind flayer looks like. So Stranger Things is not what a mind flayer looks like. That is not a mind flayer. Anyone who isn't, well, mind you, if they used the Dungeons and Dragons mind flayer, they probably would have had to have paid some bucks because you can't really you can protect a particular version likeness of a monster. You can make a mind flayer make it look different, but you can't sort of make it look at the mind flayer. The mind flayer that I had on the thumbnail. There it is. There he is. Very, very scary. Very scary, right? That is a mind flayer, right? That is that's well, what the? How come it always does this? It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. But that is a mind flayer, right? A Dungeons and Dragons mind flayer, right? So if you're playing D&D, like the Stranger Things kids were, look. If you're going, okay. I know what you're saying. Danny, it's Friday. We're not in a hurry, We're not in a hurry. I do have this marked. See, this was actually from yesterday or the day before show, and I was going to do this, and I hadn't done it. So maybe I wasn't even planning on doing this today. But, guys, if anyone play Dungeons and Dragons, so I'm an old school D&D guy because I collect the old stuff from the 70s and 80s, right? Just like the boys from Stranger Things were playing. A Demogorgon, armor class -8. Right? The Demogorgon is a serious mofo demon. I'll get a picture of the Demogorgon. We'll get of the real. Like, there's only one. It's the prince. He's known as a prince of demons. 200 hit points. He's 95% magic resistance. 95% magic resistance. So they were talking about casting a fireball or something. Why? There's a 5% chance it's going to affect them. You don't attack the Demogorgon with magic. You don't. I mean, total inconsistency. Season 1, episode 1, Stranger Things. You're not going to attack the Demogorgon. 95% magic resistance. Supra genius. That means intelligence of 25. 18 feet tall, chaotic evil. His damage attack is all special. He has a hypnosis effect. Oh no, like yeah. I mean, you're not unless you got 17th level fighters and clerics, and you're not gonna fight the Demogorgon. Let me because that's a mind flayer, right? That's a real mind flayer. Let me see. Demogorgon D&D. Holy cow. I cannot spell. That's a pretty good one. Let me see. Let me get a good picture. The Demogorgon. And of course they couldn't use. That's not bad. They there we go. Did that come? There we go. So, oh, I see. So that is the Demogorgon, right? I mean, it's kind of like two hyena heads, 18 feet tall. A Demogorgon, like, had a flower, had a petal face, right? In Stranger Things, had a petal face that opened up. It's not a Demogorgon. It's not a Demogorgon. That's a Demogorgon right there. That. And then, if I may, was that a good picture of? I mean, that's not a good picture of a mind flayer, but that is a D&D mind flayer, right? And a mind flayer attacks with psionics. It has mental powers. A real mind flayer. Oh man, I just closed the book. Oh man. Chiron, Leprechaun, Lizard Man, Medusa. Oh, that means I'm close. Next page. Nope, next page. Mind Flayer. Hit dice, 8+4. 90% magic resistance. You're not going to do anything against a Mind Flayer. If you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, a Mind Flayer is, it's basically human size. I think maybe they're a little bit taller. They're lawful evil. They're genius level. Psionic ability is 241 to 3. The size is medium. Yeah, they're human size. But they will warp your mind. They will literally melt your brain. A real Mind Flayer. So those are real things. So they took everything, and if they're going to use these same Dungeons and Dragons images, they would have had to pay some bucks. And they didn't want to pay some bucks, so they totally changed everything and made it so that they didn't have to pay money for the privilege. But they use the name. But anyway, that's I don't know how many guys still play Dungeons and Dragons out there. I don't play it. Don't have time. But I do collect. A big collector. Old books. The old 1979 Dungeon Master's Guide. The original books, right? The 3 original books. Deities and Demigods with Cthulhu. It's worth a little bit more money than the other ones. And then the white box, and if it's in cellophane, you want it original wrapping. That's the goodies, right? Those are the goodies in Dungeons and Dragons. So, I watched, before I went to bed yesterday, I actually fell asleep to Stranger Things. I'm watching season 1 again. And the biggest thing with Stranger Things, guys, if you go back and you watch season 1, you realize why you enjoyed, if you did enjoy season 1, why you enjoyed it. And you realize why season 5, and maybe even the other seasons, were a bit of a shit show. Because they didn't have the budget. What happens with TV shows and movies and everything, just like the first Deadpool, he had a $68 million budget. They didn't give him, for a superhero movie, it wasn't very much, right? And then they dropped it to $59 million. So it forces the director, the producer, the writers to write good story. So basically, when you're going through season 1 of Stranger Things, they're using like Christmas lights. I watched the episode. Yes, I forgot what episode it was. She's Winona Ryder. What's her name? I forgot the names. She's got all the Christmas lights everywhere, and Will is speaking through, and what's his name? Hopper comes over. He's the chief, and like there's a real character development, because the stuff that they're doing they don't have the bucks to do all this crazy stuff. So they have to rely on good story. And it's almost what Netflix should be doing. It should be like, your budget's $5 million an episode. It's like, what? $5 million an episode? We can't do anything with that. Really? You can't do anything? Find a way. Write some good stuff that doesn't need all this crazy stuff that gives you a crutch, and then the story is crap. But if you watch, it's an interesting thing. Watch the first season of Stranger Things. You'll realize that the characters, some of the acting there, the younger kids are always, hard to get perfect. So you gotta, around the edges, you kind of see it, right? But you see the reason that the show became a phenomenon. And I don't think you can ever point to the reasons why a show becomes what it is. Why did Game of Thrones become what it is? There's generalities that you could say this and that. But the actual magic soup, if you could recreate that magic soup, then every show would be the same thing, right? Like Landman. I have to watch Landman. I started watching Landman. I know someone in chat mentioned that. But I read some in the chat. I was like, "What?" I'm gonna have to get some of these chats. But if you are somewhat of a Stranger Things fan, watch the first season again. especially with season 5 fresh in your mind. And you will understand why 11 was much more of a compelling character. She wasn't breaking everything, moving everything. It was power used in very specific places. So you respected it. The whole upside down and the way they explained things had to be in very simple ways, not in high budget, a $2 million set creation. They had to rely on story, and it's the story that compels people, not the big elaborate sets and everything. So, oh geez, that's not real. 19 since when? Popes are like from the 1900s, honey. What are you talking, Zara? The Pope? I'm talking Pope Francis here. I'm confused. Obviously not a Roman Catholic, right? Obviously, right? Obviously not a. It's okay. It's okay. You don't. Red wine, my friends. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's serenity now. Serenity now. I've seen the I see that. I gotta get okay. Where am oh my god. Okay. Not yet. I'll make one. I was getting some bets in. Okay. All right. I thought the last Pope we had was 1970s. Zara, no, young lady. Young lady. We've always had a Pope. He's the connection to God. I don't know if it's by a phone call or meditation. Meditation. You see some of those YouTube channels, what all they do is meditate. They have 1,000 people sitting there. That's the racket. I thought, why am I not doing a meditation channel? Okay, everyone, take your shoes off, take your socks off, sit down, get into something comfy. I'm gonna play some. Apparently, though, meditation. My best friend's father, he was Hindu. My best friend was from India growing up. So that's where I learned. I love Indian food. It's my favorite. Oh, but he was a meditation guy. He was also like a prosecutor. Very smart guy. Very smart, intelligent man. Well respected. But he a meditation guy. Deep meditation. But the meditation has been scientifically proven. This is true, guys. Scientifically proven to rebuild synapses and neurons in the brain. It is science. Did he busted? Oh, geez, space alien. This is a family show. Kind of. Not really. I don't. Space alien. Oh my God. When they die, they replace them. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do, Zara. Oh yeah, oh Zara. Yeah, I should. That's what Zara thought. Yeah, they die. They replace them. They get they go into the Vatican and they vote, and you got the chimney with the white smoke and the black smoke, right? The white smoke means we figured it out, and the I do not like I like Do Not Disturb D&D. Well, that's a different kind, young lady. That's a different kind. And that's cool. I never played D&D. It takes commitment, right? If anyone out there has played, it takes commitment. It does. Supra, Ben Stiller's quote in the Tenacious D movie. Supra. Ben Stiller says in the movie, it's not supernatural, it's supranatural. That's like a whole level above super. Oh, you know what? I think you might be. It's not supernatural, it's supranatural. Supra. Holy tarot, just what the? You guys, holy schmoly, hold on a sec. Have you ever watched that movie? One of my favorites. It's a cult classic. Wait, did I miss one? What's the movie called? Bill Stiller says the movie Supra in the Tenacious D movie. I haven't. I have not. Have you watched that movie? One of my favorite cult. I have not. I have not. No. Isn't there a Star Wars character with a squid head? Oh, that is my first live sneeze ever. I normally control them. That came out of nowhere. Excuse me. Holy cow. Is there a Star Wars squid character? Nothing. It wouldn't be. Maybe in one of the bands. Squid. Well, yeah, he looks very different. Yeah, it's very different. Squid head character. Sorry, Tessek, a male Quarren who served as Jabba the Hutt's accountant in Return of the Jedi. Where's it good? I gotta show this. I got to show this. It's this guy. Can I show that? That's too small. That's too small. That's big enough? Yeah, that's good enough. Open image in. That'll work. It was remove. Stop screen. Let me get this. Share screen. Mind Flayers, Squid Head, Star Wars. There he is. There he is. That guy. Right? That guy. He was in the in the first one. But he's very different. He's very different than a Mind Flayer. I don't think there was any overlap. Although Star Wars, this would have been back in the 70s, right? So, Tessek. His name is Tessek. Tessek. So, yes, you are correct. You are correct in that assertion. Yep. Whew. That's well done, doggy. I was like, I did not know that. I get like every day I freaking learn something from you guys. I do. It is impossible not to. Well, you know, by the sum of the parts, right? By the sum of everyone's brain, we're made just a little bit smarter. One. Look at doggy. All right, Tarot Destroyer is. Oh, geez. All right. We're not gonna. Yeah, no. Doggy. Yeah. I am. Okay. Oh, geez. Oh, all right. I think, okay. My apologies, guys. All right. That's, I don't do it often, but that was a ban and delete. So I apologize for that rude outbreak. Okay, Zara's getting back. I can't put that one up. I won't. Yeah, you could hit wind chimes mumbly with the stick. Okay, yeah. Oh, right. Yes. This is to the meditation, YouTube and meditation. You could put, if you're doing like meditation videos, yeah, you could put hit wind chimes mumbling with a stick in your mouth and get 1,000 views. You could. Stay highly positive. That is good advice. That is very good advice. Why is my cup leaking? Why is my cup leaking? That means I may have to drink it faster than I intended. Bivy Strident says, this sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Bullshit. How old were you when you realized you're gay? I still haven't realized it because I'm not. So, are you? There's nothing wrong with being gay. If you want to be gay, be gay. What do I care? Why should anyone care? Unless it's thrust in your face. Who cares? For you. God bless you. God bless us all. I bought the coolest snake ring that came in yesterday. It's gold with green eyes, and it wraps around my finger. I put it on my wedding finger. Okay, Creative is in the house. Creative is having a birthday tomorrow, everybody. He is 43 years old. 43. I had a little sneeze a little while ago. Let me do this. Where's this? How come this isn't working the way it's supposed to? Okay. And then let me there we go. I'm back. That sneeze really put a little bit of a kibosh on me. Holy cow. You know when you sneeze, you get that nose tingling and it doesn't stop? That's what, why is this? My cup is leaking. I guess, I reuse cups. Like I don't throw them, I reuse them until they start leaking, I guess, right? That's what we do. But let's, Creative, what's up? What did I miss? Well, not a whole lot. We just had to ban someone for foul language. Everyone is always welcome in Dimension Zero. It's a family. Everyone in the back, and even if you don't want to talk, even if you don't want to chat, hang out. It's family. It's family. It's Friday. It's Friday. We are, what do I want to do? So we did the Pope. So Pope saves the day. We did that one. We did Mind Flayers and the Demogorgon. That's what you've missed. Mind Flayers and the Demogorgon. And I'm recommending season 1 of Stranger Things again, just because season 5 kind of sucked. So I'm recommending season 1 for anyone that wants to rewatch, just to get a feeling of maybe it was actually not a bad show, right? I don't know if, but there. Okay, guys, this is. I want to get a little bit of science. This news came out. Let me remove this stuff. And then this came out. This news is absolutely crazy. NASA, 4 astronauts, star being shredded by... There's a star being shredded by a black hole. Now, the result... How does that look? I think we're okay on that, right? Can we get it bigger? Oh, I know what we got to do. We got to do here. My apologies. This is the amazing thing about the universe and science. Because you're not even sure if this is even possible, but it is. It is. A superstar being shredded by a black hole releases as much energy as 400 billion suns. Our sun. How many stars are in the Milky Way galaxy? 400 billion. So this event is creating as much energy as every star in the Milky Way galaxy. This was many times more energetic than any similar event and more than any known explosion powered by the collapse of a star. So basically, a black hole is tearing apart a star, and then the resulting aftermath, it is releasing as much energy as our entire Milky Way galaxy. That is freaking insane. Let me just get rid of this empty space here. There we go. Astronomers have witnessed a cosmic explosion that emitted as much energy as 400 billion suns. The event, which has been nicknamed the Whip It good, correct, that is a staggeringly powerful example of a tidal disruption event, TDE, and is a result of a supersized star being shredded and devoured by a black hole. TDEs occur when stars wander too close to black holes. The immense gravity surrounding black holes generates strong tidal forces that simultaneously squash and stretch these stars, creating strands of stellar spaghetti. The stellar pasta twists around the black hole like spaghetti around the fork. This is crazy stuff. Forming a swirling flow of gas and dust known as an accretion disk that gradually feeds the cosmic titan. However, black holes are messy eaters, and some of this extrastellar matter is blasted out from their parallel jets. Among these powerful and violent events, the Whippet, officially designated AT202, stands as one of the biggest cosmic explosions ever seen. We discover what we think is a black hole merging with a massive companion star, shredding it into a disk that feeds the black hole. It's rare and awe-inspiring phenomenon. Team leader Daniel Purley of Liverpool John Moores University in the UK. Even though we suspected it was still extraordinary. This was many times more energetic than any similar event and more than any known explosion powered by the collapse of a star. And again, this is a black hole eating a star that released the energy of 400 billion suns, which is the energy of our entire galaxy, the entire Milky Way galaxy. Not only do these events help us identify black holes, they provide a new way to identify where black holes occur and how they form and grow, and the physics of how this happens. That's not research is full of Whippet Liverpool. Further investigation Whippet. Further investigation of Whippet revealed a powerful shock wave propagating outwards from the central source at around 20%. So a shock wave, as this black hole is eating its star like its buddy. So you can see these two stars were probably a binary star. One of them goes black hole, turns into a black hole. They were friends for at least millions of years. There was probably a supermassive, fast-burning, blue supergiant or something. But now it's sending out shock waves at 20% the speed of light, which would be, 33,000 miles per second. 33,000 miles per second, or around 134 million miles per hour. Speed of light is 168,000 miles per second, right? So multiply by 0.2. Slamming into surrounding areas. That's around 90,000 times as fast as the top speed of a Lockheed Martin F-16 jet fighter. These shock waves dissipated after around half of an Earth year when they reached the outer bubble of the gas remaining from the destroyed star. So star wiped out for probably an hour or two. You get the amount of energy of an entire Milky Way galaxy. So scientists don't quite have everything about the Whippet figured out. However, the team spotted helium moving away from the source at around 13 million miles per hour. This suggests that some densely bound structures survived the TDE and is moving toward our position at 750 times. Anyway, that becomes a little bit of the key thing. The key thing with all that is that the amount of energy released, right? It is insane. The universe will always surprise us. One of the biggest, I ponder, I think about dimensions, right? Dimensions. I want to spend more time talking about dimensions too. The idea of dimensions. What are dimensions? Spatial, temporal dimensions, fourth dimension, two dimension. Can you have the channel's name is Dimension Zero. We are zero dimensions here. We have no dimensions. So either dimension zero is the epitome of power or the absolute epitome of no power. I don't know which one it was. That's why I call it dimension zero, because basically we could almost talk about anything we want, from movies. Guys, what was the Oh, that was the big news. Did you hear about in Minnesota? Did you hear the Minnesota news? They were moving money to Somalia. They're $1 million suitcases with cash, $1 million in suitcases. They were moving. They took it to the airport. I like to bring this to Somalia. Can you ship, please? Yeah. What's in it? What's in it? These $1 million. They shipped in suitcases over $350 million per year. Do you guys see this? I mean, Waltz isn't big. I'm telling you, man, there is a criminal referral going out to the governor of Minnesota now. Like, I don't like to get political. I don't. But this is freaking crazy. This is crazy. Like, it really is. Cheers. Happy Friday. I don't think, you can't really, I apologize. Here we go. Happy Friday. Where's my cup leaking? Oh, I think right there. Oh, I see. Okay. That's fine. So that is the sick astronauts. Did you see? There's only 3 people on the space station now. They'd have a. I mean, I could pull up the. It's not really a I don't want to read. I don't think it's worth a read, but it is an interesting concept. The first time you had a medical emergency, and people were evacuated from the space station. There's only 3 astronauts in the space station now. What happens if they're on Mars? What happens if they're on Mars and you have a medical emergency? You don't have, not like you can go, hey, where's the nearest hospital? On Mars? Well, it's just down the street and you go down that way. It doesn't happen. On Mars, you're like, you got to have a surgeon, appendicitis, right? What happens? I guess you would probably want, if you go to Mars, you probably want, tell me if I'm wrong, you would probably want to have your appendix removed. Preventative surgery, right? Preventative surgery. I had appendicitis 3 years ago, in the United States, in Los Angeles. It was expensive. It was freaking expensive. I won't get into the healthcare system in the United States, but there's the number one reason people go bankrupt in the United States, right? Healthcare. And meanwhile, the Somalis are sending $1 million a day to Somalia, cash in suitcases. Cash in suitcase. I saw the story today. I'm like, what? This one reporter went to this fake, they're supposed to be providing some sort of a services. She's sitting there knocking on the door, like no one's home, but it's got a sign up, and they were receiving $14 million. Oh, the guys, the U.S. government is as dumb as nails. Like it is shocking. It is shocking. I think there's probably $250 billion in fraud every year. Like, why do we not have an audit on the Pentagon? Have you ever asked yourself, why doesn't anyone say, so there's $1 trillion to the Pentagon. Can we line item this stuff? Can we just take a look and see where this money is going? Can we line item? You guys know the United States government has one bank account, right? One bank account. It all goes into one bank account. Everything. So with aliens, guys, I got to pull this clip up. And it's I don't want to show the whole clip. Where are we here? Show files. CBS. Oh shoot, it's not there. Okay, that's cool. I think I put it in the. Oh, there it is. So, okay, let me put this up here. Remove that. So with Alias, this is Dan Farah. I played this one before, but I don't know if the true impact of everything really hit home. The stupidity of what he's trying to argue is basically his very own words project the truth. I can remove
the Joe Rogan experience.
Right, let me. So how come it doesn't say? I'm really getting frustrated with StreamYard. Oh, geez. Hold on a sec. Where's the... Okay. So I'm not going to play the whole thing because I have played this once before. And look, it's actually not a long clip, but a lot of people might, obviously might not have seen this. But this is Dan Farah. He is the writer, producer, director of Age of Disclosure. And I've been saying all week I was going to play this because there's a couple of things right off the start that are so asinine. And you ask yourself, why not believe these people? Why are these people living in La La Land when it comes to aliens and not that aliens exist. I will argue that aliens and other intelligent life exists somewhere in the universe. It's not the question. It's whether it's in the galaxy or not. Do they exist in our galaxy? And are they visiting us? It makes no sense, and I've said this before, it makes no sense that these high tech, these aliens that are 100,000 years ahead of us, their technology is so bad that they crash constantly. The Russians have ships that they've collected. The Chinese have ships that they collected. The Americans have ships that they've collected. But that's all. No one else has it. No one else has ships. Just, 3 countries apparently. And the ships always crash in the right place. So it's not like in the middle of a street, like it goes crash landing in the, streets of Portland or, oh, look, and right there in Los Angeles Street, here in Los Angeles, it seems to a big craft is they always crash in the perfect place that no one can, there's no proof, there's no visual proof, there's no nothing. It's always so convenient. But if these ships have technology that is 100,000, they have the power to cross light years. They hit our atmosphere and they can't drive. They crash left, right, and center. I know they don't care about the dead bodies. They just leave the bed dead. It's a gift. Keep the dead bodies. Keep the ship. We don't care. Right. So anyway, this is I will stop it in places to accentuate my point.
Hopefully, it all comes out and people can legally talk about it at some point.
And again, this is the guy, Age of Disclosure. It's the big new aliens movie that is. I watched it. It's just hearsay. Basically, it's just a bunch of hearsay. But listen to what he says.
But
can you talk about it without?
I know there's been multiple contact events, like
coordinated
straight up contact events.
So multiple. He's saying there is multiple contact events. Let me set this up. If you walked up to an alien, right, eye level, or maybe a little bit taller, tall and slender, what would you remember? So you spent a half hour with an alien talking on a tarmac with an alien creature from another planet, a different alien species. And I asked you, what did they look like? You would probably give me some specifics. Well, so they had 4 eyes. They had large ears that wrapped around and went down around their neck. And they didn't even have a neck. They came on straight, and then their shoulders were broad, but then their torso was thin. Like, you would give details. If you had if you literally saw an alien, the description would be somewhat specific, right? You would start at the face. It didn't have a nose, but it had like 4 eyes and 2 mouths. What looked like 2 mouths and some tentacles that came out, or you would have some, whatever the description is, you would give some specifics, right? Someone is lying when they say, yeah, it's like tall and slender. Let's keep going.
One of them is revealed in the film, actually, but there are more. There was this. Several of the people in the film talk about an event that happened at Halleman Air Force Base where 2 non-human crafts approached
at an Air Force base, okay?
Approached the base, one landed. There must have been dozens at an Air Force base.
There must have been hundreds, thousands, possibly thousands of witnesses. You don't land at a freaking Air Force base and only one or two people notice.
Walked out and interacted with Air Force officials and CIA officials. And a couple people go on the record talking about that in the film. But there have been other events, I've been told.
How are those beings described?
That's the key question. So the guy says that this tic-tac-toe alien ship landed. They walked out. And they spoke to people at the Air Force base. Joe Rogan asked the question. And how are these beings described? Which is why I brought it up before. If you saw an alien, if you saw me, if you and I went for a coffee for a half hour, and you say, well, what did Danny look like? Oh, you'd say, well, he had glasses, he had kind of like this, he had a beard, this and that. But, he had there'd be specifics. You spent 30 minutes with me. Joe Rogan asks, so you would think that, okay, well, this Air Force Base guy, like he was belly to belly with them. I don't know what language they were talking. Maybe they had like Google, they had like Alien Translate. Did they talk? What was the meeting for? What was the conversation? Did they have Translate? Was there like, did the alien get out and say bike racks at 6? Meet me at the bike racks? What did the alien say? Like, you must have some specifics. You met with a frickin' alien from another planet. And Joe Rogan asks, what were they described as?
They were described as tall, slender, humanoid.
Tall, slender, and humanoid. That's all the detail you got. That's all the details you got. You went belly to belly with an alien from another planet. And the only detail you got was tall and slender. I think was it LeBron James? Was it the Lakers basketball team that you were maybe... Was it a volleyball team? Was it the U.S. female volleyball team? Tall and slender? You've just described 3% of the entire population on Earth. What a fucknut. This is my point. Right there, you cannot take anything this guy says with any amount of credibility. You're trying to make it, wow, it sounded dramatic until, so these guys met belly to belly. You guys were like on the Air Force Base. So there must, on an Air Force Base, like an Air Force Base has thousands of, enlisted officers. Everyone's watching. Like, did you see the Tic Tac alien ship that landed? Better call my ma. I'm going to call him. I'm going to call me ma. You like dogs? Excuse me, what? You like dogs? Oh, you mean dogs. I like dogs. You see the alien ship out there? No, I didn't see the alien ship. No one saw it. Except the one guy that met with the alien. He met with an alien? Yeah, he met with an alien for like a half hour. Really? What did the alien look like? He said tall and slender. That's it? You know, police descriptions, you know when they're doing a victim thing and someone gets a glance of the perpetrator? Just a glance, a basic glance. They will have more details of just, I only caught a glance of the guy. Only caught a glance. But here's my description. This guy met on the tarmac, belly to belly, face to face, with an alien. What do he look like? Tall and slender. Okay, let's keep going. There's one more. You guys listen to this. Should I preface this? Let me preface this. If you have a thought, if you have thoughts, we think, right? We all think. We all have thoughts. We think more than we talk. We probably think 100 times more than we ever talk, maybe 1,000 times more. How would you ever know if a thought that you have is not yours? Ask yourself that genuinely, honestly. If you have a thought, how would you know it's not yours? Is there like someone's like? Do you have to preface it? Like the thought comes in, oh, BTW, this is not your thought. And then the thought comes. How would you ever know a thought is not your thought? It's part of the thing where, when someone thinks that like God is talking to them. Like, look, I have thoughts too. I have no way to discern. Like, look, my dad passed away. Did your dad talk to you? What? How do I know which thoughts are mine and which would be someone else's? I don't know. Anyway, I need to set the. I set this one up. Listen to this mofo. You know what? I'm trying to get an interview with this guy. If he's willing, if this guy is willing to sit with me with some real fucking questions. Excuse my language. I will not say questions again. To sit with me and let me ask the questions. Like Joe Rogan was a candy ass. Joe, you were a candy ass with this guy. Candy ass. That's ASSSS. You don't let a stupid comment like that go. Really? Joe, you're better than that. So anyway, this is another reason why this Dan Farah guy thinks that if someone entered a thought into your mind, could you really distinguish it from someone else? Like who?
And the another thing that I heard that gave me chills was that
Let me also preface this. Another thing that I heard. So now he's talking hearsay. What he's talking about, so it even makes it worse. It even makes this part of his story worse. Let me continue.
someone involved with a recovery interacted with a non-human being that...
A non-human being? What do you mean? A bear? A cat? A mongoose? A tarantula? You mean alien, right? Okay, we'll just assume it's an alien, non-human being.
Was dying, and
it was dying.
Heard thoughts in his head that said, "You humans don't know your full potential."
So he met up with a non-human entity, and he heard thoughts in his mind that you humans do not know your own potential. Let me play that again.
Interacted with a non-human being.
How were those beings described?
They were described as tall, slender, humanoid.
It's also such a specific
and the,
description. Here we go. Listen.
Another thing that I heard that gave me chills was that...
Gave him chills.
Someone involved with a recovery interacted with a non-human being that was dying and heard thoughts in his head that said, "You humans don't know your full potential."
It gave him chills. He heard a story from another person. Honestly, I have thoughts all day long. I assume you do too. How do you know your thought is not your thought? How do you know there's been a thought placed inside your mind? It's absolutely asinine. Is it like a precursor that says BTW? Like I said, PTW, this and this. This is not your thought. This is a implanted thought. Oh, wow. I had a thought that came with a precursor. How do you take this guy seriously? I am trying to get an interview with this guy. I will guarantee you he will not come and have a one-on-one with me. Because I will ask him the questions that will make him look stupid. I am shocked that Joe Rogan didn't have the gumption of these two things. It gave him chills. I gave him chill. Ooh, a chill. What was that? Those, my friend, you felt were chills.
And that was said to me by a very senior, older guy from
A very senior older guy. Like it was told to him by a very senior older guy. How specific? Wow. Fuck, I'm convinced. I'm absolutely fucking convinced that there's aliens visiting us because some senior older guy told him that some other guy went and found some non-human thing that was dying and implanted a thought that you humans have more potential. Oh, like that's all I need. I'm an absolute alien believer. I'm in. The
intelligence community.
You know what I'm saying?
And I thought that was pretty incredible.
That was pretty incredible. This guy would get.
Also, just the extent to which the legacy program is real. This isn't like 50 guys, sitting in a quiet, dark room. You're talking about a massive program with thousands of people going to work every day and dealing with this. And to me, that is mind-blowing,
Right.
Yeah.
Tall and slender. His proof, he's so good at getting all the deep info out from people that have met belly to belly with aliens. What did it look like? Oh, they were tall and slender. Wait, you're telling me so this guy met belly to belly with aliens, like an alien being? And all he said was tall and slender? That's
the guy next to you at the pizza place, on a Saturday night might be working on this during the day,
Right.
The guy who, the other father at your kid's Little League game.
Yeah.
This is what he deals with, right? The fact that is a thing. And, we had a similar dynamic for the Manhattan Project. There were all these people working on it and they kept it secret, right? And their neighbors and friends didn't know.
Who cares? What does this have to do with anything? Now they admit it. There's another video. I'll probably play it on Monday or Tuesday. Another video where they're talking about that private industry has more. Lockheed Martin, BAE Systems, these private military companies are in possession of more alien spacecraft than the government is, and none of it's gotten out. All of these alien crafts with 100,000 years, they're ahead of our time. They got anti-gravity. Like they will literally try to convince you that these aliens are the most stupidest drivers in the world. Their ships they don't work worth a crap in our atmosphere, but yet they are traveling thousands of light years across space using warp technology. Like one astrophysicist in Age of Disclosure discusses how, and they show a warp bubble they're creating a warp bubble within our atmosphere. They can create warp bubbles. They have anti-gravity. They have all this stuff, but they can't fucking drive. They crash. Oh my God. What are we talking about?
Oh, but this is that on steroids. So, after the Manhattan Project, which was had a budget in the billions, this situation arose, and it had to be even more secret than the Manhattan Project, because the Manhattan Project, we found out in hindsight, leaked, right? There were moles.
Right.
So we needed to make this even more secret and give it more money and more resources and more, counter intel.
And more threats.
Which is counter intel, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, threats if you...
Joe Rogan is so disappointing in this, so disappointing. You know what? If you're going to discuss stuff and you're going to make exaggerated claims or extraordinary claims, come back with extraordinary questions. Joe absolutely failed on this. I will try and get this Dan Farah guy. You want a real interview? You want to set up your arguments against basic science? Maybe perhaps as a English major, at least with the words that he tries to espouse in his definitions or explanations. I had to show this again because I'm sorry guys, this is what the bullshit is. You go belly to belly with an alien. How are they described? Tall and slender. Wow. That's detailed. That's detailed. Anyway, so you know what? It's Friday night. We're going to have some fun. We'll end it off with a nice shot of Mr. Joe Rogan. Good guy, Mr. Joe Rogan. Yeah. We got a few other things we've got to do. the comments. Holy cow, Pete, you guys are talking. You guys are talking. Smokey Wise. I heard Chuck Norris typed in a chat one time. And the growers went to 0 and live stream ended. We all know what happened. Do we? Oh, let me fix this. Guys, it is Friday night. Is there something you guys really want to talk? Disco Joe is back in the house. He probably smoked. Geez, there's a lot of comments. I can't get to them all. But have you ever heard of Kevin Hainline? No. Thank you, Zara. I'm totally freaking out about my birthday. Super anxious. Oh, geez, what do we miss? What do we miss about Creative Creatures having a birthday tour? Everybody, I think as a community, as a growing community of people, I think it's great to. I know all week we've been telling people it's Creative Creatures' birthday tomorrow. 43 years old. 43 years old, my friends. 43 years old. If you see an alien tomorrow, you better come up with more than just tall and slender. You're just describing LeBron James. That's all you're doing. Oh, wait, did I go to the bottom? What happened here? Oh, I totally lost my place with all the comments. Thank you, Zara. I am totally... What? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I am totally freaking out about my birthday. Super anxious. Why? Okay, I did ask you why. He probably smoked too much of that episode. The only thing men really want to know about aliens is, can we sleep with them? That's true. Are they? Can we? Do aliens? What you're saying, Disco Joe? Let me make this 100% clear. What you're saying is alien females, if there is such a thing. Perhaps they would have a different biology, but let's just assume aliens have male, female. Do you want to have sex? Right? So if it would be an interesting baby. Like maybe does like the, I don't know if the genetics would work. Like you'd have to have. I don't think you want to sleep with them. What you're saying is you want to have intercourse, Disco. You want to have intercourse. Let's just be right. I mean, I think even a female would. Look, females, I've seen videos. Females have crazy freaking fantasies. Crazy. Zara, you guys have crazy. Like you do. Like there's that whole book with the Minotaur or something like that. Fornicating with a Minotaur. You don't know, right? I have women. I tell you, you think men have crazy thoughts. Women. If you could read minds, women's sexual thoughts would probably blow a guy's head off, right? Like a pimple. We'd like. I'm sure we would. Yeah, one of my favorite teachers ended up dying of a heart attack at 43. Oh, dude, what are you saying? What are you saying that for? You are literally turning 43 years old tomorrow, and you bring this up. No, my friend, no. So kind of anxious all about it. Well, okay, look, there's no equivalency, so relax. And you should be drinking more red wine because red wine is good for the heart. All right, it's good for the heart. I have red wine. Happy Friday, my friends. Happy Friday. It is a great Friday. It's a great Friday to be alive because, look, leave your worries behind for a couple of days. Just forget about it. It's okay because we need to forget about the problems. We do. Everybody. This is why you're here. My name is Danny Alex. We are here to meditate. No, we're not. But just to hang out with friends, right? Just to hang out with friends. That's all we're doing here. We're hanging out with friends. If I'm going to get more wine, I'm going to need another cup. Because I lost a... I like this. I like this. Watch, the aliens are all the weirdos from Hail Bop. The leftovers, the ones that didn't take the purple liquid, right? Disco Joe 8. I will admit I totally would with those blue tentacle head alien chicks from Star Wars. I might too. I might too. I might too. I might even do it with the Avatar ones, right? I mean, those are big, big girls. Those are big girls. That's tall and slender. I think what that Dan Farah guy from Age of Disclosure, I think he probably watched, he probably was watching an episode of Avatar, and he probably auditioned finger puppets, and that's what he's getting confused on. That's what I think he's doing. He had a tug of war with Cyclops, and he transposed it with aliens. Ooh, do you hear that? My shoulder cracked. I got bad shoulders, man. I got really bad shoulders. Disco Joe. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Happy Friday and happy birthday, Creative. Cheers from Disco Joe. Absolutely. If you got a birthday, you can let me know. We'll celebrate it here with you, I mean, if someone like Creative, if you really said, I'm staying at home tomorrow night, I don't know what I'm going to do, I'm going to hang out, and you said, Danny, would you go live for an hour? I probably would. I seriously. It's just the kind of, that's you okay going live for an hour? Yeah, okay, fuck, I'll go, yeah. What time? We'll go live. We'll get some friends together and we'll frickin' hang out. I think that's what, that's what we do as peeps. Thank you, Disco Joe. Very, very, look, anytime, anytime that, oh, I see. Every time I learn a little bit on this, StreamYard, it's very difficult because you're trying to do everything yourself, right? So it's definitely very difficult, but, or it's kind of not difficult. I guess in a way it's good because you got to perform. On top of performing, you need to keep everything kind of together, right? Like what's next? What are you going to do next? Are you going to have a little conversation with people? Chit chat. I really, because today I think I like Friday having a little bit of content, and I like talking with people. I always love talking with people. I love listening, and then I genuinely do. Everybody. So if you're here at Dimension Zero and you always want a place to kind of hang out and just relax and feel like you're with peeps, I really hope that that's what this channel is. Even though we are science fiction based kind of thing, and I think I'm going to open the channel up a little bit. Just kind of like I don't want to go deep into politics or a few other things. I do like talking movies because I am a screenwriter, so I do love that. I love others' opinions. On a movie that maybe I don't like, I'm very interested why someone does like it. What experience, like Superman, I thought was a terrible movie. Some people do like Superman, but what was it? On a very maybe cursory view of a movie like that, you might enjoy it. And I do understand. But I think that's kind of like pop culture is such a powerful thing, and science fiction is a powerful element within science fact. It is. Like I don't like. Do you guys? I maybe even on Monday I'll play some of this stuff. The Starfleet Academy. Have you guys seen the Starfleet Academy? Do I dare even show you guys some of the why Star Trek is going in the shitter? Have you seen the latest trailer? The latest trailer from on January 15th, Paramount, a new Star Trek series. Star Trek. The new trailer has 64,000 views. It's been out for 4 days already. It only has a brand new trailer. It's 64,000 views. A Star Trek. I am a Star Trek fan of the GOAT series, right? I love the original. Anything with Captain Kirk, William Shatner, Star Trek The Next Generation. Why? Because they made science fiction writers, science fiction ideas, science fiction concepts formed the fulcrum of everything that happened, right? All these concepts from Q to the idea that, what was it called? The Chasers? Someone brought up the Chasers, the idea that why is all humanoid life similar in Star Trek? There's a reason for it. As a matter of fact, I think that's my next video that I want to do on the long form, on the production side. But if you look at, oh my God. And then you look at the New York premiere. The gal that was asking all the questions as they went onto the red carpet. I'm firing myself up. I might have to. You look like a Planet.Mooney. You look like a Manon from Cat's Eye. Manon from Cat's Eye. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Disco. Creative. It's their secrets revolving around psychology. I'm like a super amazed by people like Darren Brown, mentalist, that seem to know way more than most psychologists. Disco Joe, Shane, same here, bro. We're getting some consensus. I like consensus. Doggy, I love Star Trek, but there hasn't been a good series in a while. Doggy, there hasn't been a good series in years. Since the 90s. Look, Cisco Deep Space Nine had some interesting stuff, I think. I remember because it always came on Sunday nights, I think, right? Deep Space Nine. That's it. Okay. I'm gonna it's somewhere. Okay. I know it is. Where did I put it? Video file. I think I did. Is it in downloads? Movie trailer nostalgia. Looking back at the classic. No. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I'm probably going to do this next week. But you ask yourself, what makes a great science fiction show, science fiction movie? If Gene Roddenberry, ask yourself, if Gene Roddenberry, Shane, hey, at least Disney didn't get their dopey hands on Star Trek. No, but Paramount did, my friend. Paramount's got it. Voyager wasn't bad. I didn't watch Orville. Voyager. I should watch a little bit more of Voyager, but I was already getting dismayed. But if you take a look at it, this is so. Starfleet Academy. Understand that if Gene Roddenberry was still alive and he saw this, he would probably be like, this is Melrose Place in space. It's all it is Melrose. And there's two interviews in particular that I think are absolutely disgusting. And this is Gene Roddenberry, may you rest in peace, my friend, because the brilliance that you gave us in Star Trek has not been maintained. This is what happens when people who are not science fiction. I'm a science fiction screenwriter. I love science, right? So I'm good at science fiction. I've won many awards. The directors, the writers, the producers, all these people have no desire, fascination with science. Listen, watch this. I'm going to have to find.
Hello, friends, family.
I'm going to have to find the, and I will. I know where they are.
Fans at home, my name.
There's 2 interviews. They had to bring Bill Nye, the science guy, in just to give a little science, a little bit of science. So this is this is one of the. Did I get that pretty good? This is one of the producers and writers of the new series.
And here I have Star Trek.
And you tell me, is this a person who is at their fulcrum? Oh, let me move this. I gotta fix this. I got If I'm gonna write a science fiction series, Star Trek, and I'm the producer, I'm gonna say I want someone who's got some science fiction chops, right? Science. Do you like science? I'm gonna ask them, please define me what a black hole is. Have you heard of ton 618? What is the speed of light? Can mass achieve the speed of light? Just basic questions. The same thing that George R.R. Martin asked D&D. Basic questions. Do you understand science? Listen to this. This is one of the writers, producers. You would think it's a Star Trek show, that this person would be a science fiction connoisseur of some degree. It looks like fashion might be a little bit more important to her, right? It might look like that.
Alum, Beckett Mariner, my loved one, Tawny Newsome, writer and co-producer. Big deal on Starfleet Academy. Tawny, how are you feeling?
I feel amazing. I'm so happy to see you.
So good to see you.
Focusing on seeing my friends.
That's the way.
I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to get dressed up. I want to see my friends. I want to drink 3 martinis.
It's already sounded like a Star Trek series, isn't it? That sounds like Star Trek. Oh my God, he looks so good. What are you wearing today? What are you wearing? Star Trek. This is Star Trek. Can you imagine Leonard Nimoy walking down there? It's like, what the hell? What did you guys put me into? This is a Star Trek. This is Melrose Place. This is Melrose Place in space.
And I want to not remember my middle name.
I don't even know your middle name, so we're on a great start. Don't tell me, it'll be a surprise. Okay, let's talk Starfleet Academy. You have a writer credit, you have a producer credit. What are you excited for fans?
Very science fiction orientated, right? Very science fiction oriented. She has obviously spent an entire lifetime enamored by looking up at the stars, wondering about what lies at the edge of the universe. If you're going to write science fiction, you need one thing. People who love science fiction. This is the problem. These are people that love Melrose Place. These are people that love teenage drama. Let's continue.
And Trekkies to know about this new batch of cadets. Starfleet Academy has been such a huge part of the Star Trek franchise. We're finally getting a moment to talk about it. What are you excited to share to fans?
So you would think, right? This was Gene Roddenberry. What are you excited to share with fans? Well, we are going to new planets. We're going to explore new ideas and new concepts of physics, and we're really going to merge that with the characters and everything. No. It's much more simpler. No.
I am excited for the fans to dissect absolutely everything that they hate.
They will do that.
Because it is a Star Trek rite of passage, and we know y'all are going to do it, and you're allowed to do it, because that is your right as fans. Say whatever you want. We love it. I love it. The cast is so...
I would love to ask her about old episodes of Star Trek, like Captain Kirk. What do you think of Leonard Nimoy? Did you like Leonard Nimoy? Did you think that Bones was one of the most, compelling characters? Tell me about what you thought of Bones. She'd be like, what about Scotty? Did you like Scotty?
So incredible. It's such an incredibly warm, smart group of writers that came together to make this that I'm just...
There's no mention of science fiction. Nothing. No mention of science fiction. Let us continue.
It's like, we can't miss.
We can't miss. Oh, girl, we can't miss. Fuck, we just can't miss, girl.
With you in the room, nobody can miss,
I ain't say that, but you...
I did, and I'll say it 1,000 times, because I love my friend and I'm so proud of her.
This is fucking Star Trek. Are you getting what I'm throwing down? This is Star Trek.
Listen, I'm not going to keep up too much of your time. Thank you for coming. Thank you for
What time?
just, I don't know. Apparently.
I'm here for you.
Okay,
This is Star
here,
Trek.
let's do rapid fire. Quick superlative game. You write for all the cadets and the kids. Who do you think is most likely to break character during a scene?
That's her question, right? Who do you think is most likely to break character with a scene? Not anything with science fiction involved. Like there's no, right? It's just all Melrose Place shit. It's just all Melrose Place shit.
Oh, I haven't been on set that much.
Pass that on. I'll make sure to
Oops.
tell him. A lot of people to talk to.
Oh shit,
They're
my
gonna do
apologies.
it, and you're allowed to do it because that is your right as fans.
That was my fault.
Say whatever
she
you
said
want.
that she
We
hasn't
love
been
it. I
on
love
set
it.
very much.
The cast is so
I hate that I
incredible.
moved it back.
It's such an incredibly warm, smart group of writers that came together to make this that I'm just like, yo, we can't miss. We
I
can't
mean, with you in the
We can't
room, nobody
miss.
can miss, you know?
She hasn't
I mean,
been
I
on
ain't say
set
that, but you.
I
much.
did, and I'll say it 1,000 times because I love my friend and I'm so proud of her. Listen, I'm not going to keep up too much of your time. Thank you for coming. Thank you for
What time?
just, I don't know. Apparently.
If you haven't been on set much, why?
Quick superlative game. You
Look, this is
write
all
for
about
the
fashion.
cadets
This is
and the
not,
kids.
there's
Who do
nothing
you
about
think is
science
most
fiction here.
likely to break
Nothing.
character
There's nothing
during
about the love of
Oh, I
space.
haven't been on set that much. They're all pretty
Nothing.
locked in. I mean, Carice Brooks is.
I was also going to say Carice.
Carice is a straight up fool in the best way. So I feel like she'd be cutting up a little bit.
Because that's all we want to know, right? We just want to hear the behind the scenes schmut talk, right? We don't want to hear anything about the series. This is the mindset. This is everything dealing with the mindset of these
Yeah,
people.
maybe Paul, maybe a Paul Giamatti. Does he mess around?
I would love to see it.
I would love. That's what I would want.
Utter
Is I'd want
bullshit.
Paul
This
to be the one
series-
messing around.
This series is going to
I'll make
crash
sure to
and
pass
burn
that on.
so
I'll make sure to tell him.
bad.
I think probably me or Rebecca. Rebecca, she's a big old trickster. I love her down. She's gonna hate that I said that. Love you, Rebecca. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep interviewing folks. It was so good to see you. Thank you for your time. I'm so proud of you.
Look at this is science fiction, right? This is what could you imagine Star Trek looking like this in the 1970s, 80s, or 90s? Did William Shatner show up? No. There's no freaking way he would. Star Trek.
Isn't she the best? I'm having
Star
such a
Trek.
good
This is
time.
what
They
Star
should have
Trek
never
has
let me do
become.
this.
Melrose
more people coming
Place.
soon. Stick around. Don't go anywhere.
And then the other interview, this is even better, guys. This is even better. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is so good. You tell me this. What these? So you would think that you are on a Star Trek show, right? And that you are going to be, look, this is about science, this is about space, this is about all these things that Gene Roddenberry exposed or allowed us to think about, right? How conceptually, what did the original Star Trek allow us to do? Think about things that perhaps we never thought about in ways we never thought about. Even Star Trek: The Next Generation, even the Cisco, the space, Deep Space Nine. And then I haven't watched enough Voyager, but look, the new shows. So this is Starfleet Academy, the New York premiere. This is, if there's nothing that shows you how unscience this stuff is, listen to this.
I'm here with two of the stars of the show, Carice Brooks and George Hawkins.
Yeah, we are.
Now, I will never judge someone by their appearance, right? You're not going to judge someone by, it's the content of their words.
It's very
Or actions. Sorry, it's or actions as well. Yes.
Very exciting. We're having a great time. So you are two of the cadets on the show. We have Sam and Dharam. I am so excited for the world to meet these two characters. What is something that you want the fans at home to know about your two characters before they even see the show? We have people watching in the theater and we have folks watching on YouTube. So what do you want them to know about your characters?
So you would think it'd be something about science, right? It's Star Trek. It's Star Trek. Even Chris Pine would probably come out and say something deep about Captain Kirk, the character that he's playing. You would think, right?
I want everyone to know that Sam is a very sweet girl and she has good intentions, and I want everyone to take care of her. Yeah.
You want everyone to take care. What do you want me to do? Is that your answer? Can you put it into a form of a question?
Patience. Just give him a second.
Yes.
Please.
These are baby cadets playing someone who is both 17 and also a newborn somehow, and someone who is...
Again, nothing about science. There's still nothing about science. There's nothing about the science of Star Trek. There's nothing about the science fiction, right? There's nothing about science fiction. This is Star Trek. What they've created is Melrose Place in space. This is the how far. This is the acolyte. This is the acolyte of Star Trek. Have you seen the acolyte in Star Wars? This is the acolyte. Starfleet. This.
Still getting used to the world of Starfleet Academy, brushing off some trauma, getting ready to embrace the new world. I won't let you guys see my cards and what questions I'm asking, but I will. There are things on here that I'm not allowed to say. Okay. I'm not going to ask you any questions about your character.
Listen to these.
I'm going to ask you rapid fire questions instead.
Rapid fire.
Yes. Okay. I'm sweating. It's warm. And you're wearing leather. Actually, let's break it. Let's get into these looks. Let's break into these looks.
Let's break into the looks because this is Star Trek. Can we, that was my first impulse, right? It's a Star Trek show. Can we talk about clothing and what you're wearing? Let's not, nothing. There's nothing about the show. There's nothing about science. There's nothing about science fiction. This is the red carpet premiere to the New York showing. They have said nothing about space, science fiction, the love of science fiction. I remember I grew up, you know what? I'd be there going, I grew up on Captain Kirk. I would start naming episodes that I loved. I would like talk about how much I love Leonard Nimoy, Scotty, Bones, how much I love even Picard, Q, number 2. That's what my answers would be. They want to talk about fashion now, because let's talk about what you're wearing, not about the show.
So who are you wearing? Get us into the fashion.
Motherfucker.
I'm wearing Vaquera. I'm wearing Natalie. I forget the last name, but it's on Melrose. That's the hat. This is Vitaly. All this. I mean, this is Majuri. This is Vitaly.
Star Trek.
Vitaly.
Dripped.
Star Trek.
You know what I'm saying?
Drip down.
Amazon right here.
Yeah.
What does it matter? If it was me, it's like, what does it matter what dear God, I'm like standing in the footsteps of William Shatner. Who cares what I'm wearing? This will be my answer. Who cares what I'm wearing? You do realize I am literally walking in the footsteps of William Shatner. Leonard Nimoy. You want to know what I'm wearing? Are you stupid? Please give me a question about Picard or like something. Like, I have got a responsibility to this TV show, because if I fuck it up, I will forever be. I don't want William Shatner. He's alive. I don't want William Shatner saying bad things about me. I don't. And I met him once.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
You look great.
I don't know.
Everyone looks. That's the thing. We've heard that Starfleet Academy is scary. It's sexy. It's new. It's bright. It's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
And we have proof right here. So, rapid fire questions. Who amongst your cast is probably most likely to wrangle the group to hang out off set, like on a weekend? Who's the party starter in the cast?
You know what?
Not even a science question again. Which fuck me. So the question is, which cast member is most likely to wrangle the cast? They go out drinking on a Saturday night. Still no questions about science fiction. No questions about the original Star Trek. No questions about the legacy that they're trying to maintain. No questions about the characters and what they're, the idea of how they relate to the science. This Starfleet Academy happens 1,000 years after William Shatner, Spock, Captain Kirk, Bones, Scotty, Sulu, Uhura. 1,000 years. But yet they can't even ask one question. Not one. This is the New York premiere of Starfleet Academy. They cannot ask one question. They're asking questions about what they're wearing, which actor is most likely to wrangle all the actors up and go drinking on a Saturday night.
It's not even here, Romeo.
Yeah. I would say either Romeo.
Guys.
Or sometimes Sandro can gather the girls. Sandro can gather the girls. Yeah.
He's there.
Sometimes, yeah. Bella can gather the girls sometimes. Yeah.
I think we're more low key though. We're like, do you want to just hang out?
Yeah. Do you want to just like vibe?
Low key is the word we're going to use for the people. Gorgeous.
Genuinely.
Who is most likely to break character on set?
That's her next question. You get what I'm throwing down, right? This is why when I watch this thing, I'm like, oh my God, what do I do with this? Like, how do I present this? Unbelievable. Still not a question, anything. Like, what was your fondest memory of Captain Kirk? But what? Who? Who's that? Oh, sorry, Captain who?
But these are all like seasoned performers. They are all people who.
Seasoned performers.
I'm gonna say Bella, yeah.
That's the second time Bella's been called out. Just so you know. Just so you know. Who's young? Gina.
Seasoned performers. A Star Trek. It's premiering on January 15th. Star Trek. It's their new trailer has 64,000 views. Star Trek.
Yeah. And Tig.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fans.
Yeah. Well, yes. Okay. What else? Who is most like?
Who is that on the right? Is that like a wrestling star? She's got a what? Is that a world wrestling belt? What the fuck? What has Star Trek turned into? Does someone know in chat who that girl on the right is? I have to go look up prices for tools. No, that's important. I know. Happy birthday. If you don't come back, happy birthday. Happy birthday. If you guys know who that girl is on the right, this is the premiere of Star Trek. She's walking out with looks like a WWE belt. Looks like a wrestling belt, right, Tracker? This is Star Trek. We've just watched these stupid, asinine, dumbass, fucknut questions. Not one question about science fiction, the old cast, Picard, Spock, nothing. And now we've got a freaking wrestler standing in front of Star. Now imagine Gene Roddenberry. It's Xena Space Warrior Princess. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Disco. I don't know what it is. Could you imagine Gene Roddenberry coming alive going, wait, what is this? What is this? Gene, this is your creation. I present to you Star Trek, Starfleet Academy.
The character is most likely to host a killer dorm party. Who's gathered everybody together?
Wrestler. She's a wrestler. She's got to be a wrestler. She has to be.
If Durham's hosting, then everyone's getting drunk.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like a big mosh, big party.
Yeah.
I think you're just most likely to invite everyone around.
Yeah, I'm most likely to have a sleepover or something for sure. Yeah.
I think
Now we're talking about sleepovers.
our Uhura and Sam have a lot in common. They're linguists.
Yes.
They are brilliant black women in Trek.
So brilliant black women. I didn't know we were counting, okay? I didn't know it had to turn into another race thing. It just has to turn into another fucking race thing, right? It always has to. In some way, why does it have to devolve? Not one question about science freaking fiction. Not one question, but you got to devolve it into a race thing. I am the 6th female black Uhura that's played inside a starship that has more than 4 people on board the bridge. Fuck off. It's just about the story. We don't care. It doesn't matter, for fuck's sakes. It doesn't matter. Talks.
Very exciting. We have George in the middle of this Trek Oreo. It's very exciting. It's very exciting.
Oreo. It's an Oreo thing. Look at this smile. Look at this guy. Look. Okay. Well, I know what you're saying. Danny, give us the full screen, motherfucker. Oh, no, not that one. There we go. Take a picture, guys. If you want a picture, take it now. That is science. Take a picture for Gene Roddenberry. Take a picture for Gene Roddenberry. This is Star Trek. This is Star Trek. Oh. Guys, look. It has nothing to do with what someone looks like. It has what their passion is. These people's passion is not science fiction.
What? Now that you have been in this, okay, I'm getting that wrap up segment. I have one more question. Don't leave.
Oh,
Now
no,
that
we're
you
here.
have
We're here.
been
We're
here
listening.
for a season and a half, what would you like to tell yourself? First day of Trek, first day on set. What is something you would love to tell that version of yourself?
There's got to be some great Star Trek answer, right? Something that even William Shatner will look up and say, wow, that was really respect to Gene Roddenberry. What's her answer?
Oh, wow. You're going to smash it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
great
love
answer.
every moment.
Yeah.
Smile.
Yes.
Look at the look on her face. The open mouth, the like, what? You know there's no science. You just know there's nothing to do with science. Science fiction. Paying homage to those in Star Trek that came before you. Who's Captain Kirk? Picard? Q?
Enjoy it. And you know what? Everyone else is in need of a compliment. Everyone's in the same position. So be the one to give that love.
I love that. Initiate the love.
Yes.
Initiate the love. That's very science.
Because it'll return back to you. Chris?
Oh, she's still
Really
thinking.
good. I would say probably, I would tell that, you know what? I would tell myself two things. I would say, number one, your instincts are correct. There's no incorrect thing, but your instincts.
There's no incorrect thing that are instincts. Did you write that down? There's no incorrect things that are instincts. You had to think on that one. That was probably inspired by Spock.
Just vibe, twin. Just vibe. Really just vibe. And also the second thing is, you know this, but remember it's a marathon, not a sprint. So really, maybe drink some water, eat an apple at some point. You know.
It's good advice. Good advice. Eat it. She had a minute and a half to think of her answer.
I'm saying, yeah.
Out of
all I want to do is everything that came before me, that William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and that everyone else that came before me. I just want to do justice to the decades of amazing science fiction dreaming that countless people have done, and I'm just allowed to be the next generation of Star Trek. No, it has nothing to do with that. Nothing. They had not once did they mention anything with old Star Trek. Science fiction, nothing. All about drinking, partying, and what you're wearing. It's fucking Melrose Place in space.
context spoiler for season 1 in one word. One word out of context spoiler that people will know after they've seen it, but out of context that won't get you or me fired. Quickly.
Sushi.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
I don't know what they're referencing. Come on, George. Come on. Don't be shy.
Oh, I got a song. Back to life, back to reality.
That's a good one.
She took both.
Okay, fine.
This is Star Trek. Again, this is Star Trek.
George, you don't get an answer. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you both. I'll see you in there.
Thank you, girl. Thank you so much.
Mwah, 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 my babies.
Can you imagine Captain Kirk and Leonard Nimoy hugging and kissing? Go, Spock, get in there. Fuck. This is Melrose. This is Melrose Place in space. This will be their acolyte. This will be an utter frickin' disaster. Starfleet Academy will be worse than Section 31, which Michelle Yeoh was paid $12 million. Can you imagine? Michelle is like, you guys are frickin' dumb. I'll do it for $12 million. I will play your stupid. I've read the script. I can't do the script for anything less than $12 million because I'm going to look like a dumbass. Michelle Yeoh is a good actress, right? She's a good actress, Michelle. This is an abomination of Star Trek. Nothing to do with how someone looks. Of course, all the detractors are going to say, oh, it's only because you say that. No, listen to what we just spent listening to. Not one mention of Captain Kirk, the original Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry, all these people, all the movies before, even Chris Pine and Zoe Saldana that came 18 years ago. Nobody. Bye. Goodbye. I love you.
Thank you, baby. And here we have. No, it's
Oh, so there you go, guys. That is, I had no plans. I had no plans to show this tonight. This was going to be a next week's thing. I thought we'll do it for next week. Those I went through, yeah. I went through the whole thing. I went through the whole thing and I was like, I mean, okay, I mean, you saw it, right? Doggy, she could play a Klingon, I guess. I mean, yes. But she doesn't, right? She plays one of the cadets or something. This is Disco, I fought in your general direction. Yeah, that's the French. And if you guys, you know what, that movie is worth a watch. The Holy Grail, right? Disco, that movie is worth a watch. Monty Python, I just watched The Life of Brian about 2 months ago. The Life of Brian is worth a watch. It's a Christmas movie. I'm stating it now. Die Hard, and Life of Brian are Christmas movies. I'm stating it now. Whew. You seem like you want a little bit of a giggle? Please, Brian. So good, guys. Wondering if I should buy my tools new or used for the upholstery carpenter. Oh, right, you've got the upholstery. You're doing the upholstery shop, right? Buy used. I think you got to buy used. You can save a lot of money, right? I mean, I have not. A friend of mine is a general contractor. He tries to buy his stuff used. Tracker 001. Have to remember that phasers do not have a recoil. That is a good point. There's no recoil on a phaser. Fucking good point. I never even thought about that. You have to also think when using. I did a video on lightsabers. Lightsabers, now, there's many problems. The idea that you can create a lightsaber is kind of asinine. It's impossible. But even if you could, if you didn't have any weight on your lightsaber, because you think about swinging a sword. I actually did 2 years of kendo. Kendo is Japanese sword fighting with the bamboo swords. I actually did a couple of years of kendo. But if you fight with a sword that has no weight, it has zero weight, your ability to move it would dramatically change if it has no inertia, right? No momentum. It becomes a zero weight weapon would become incredibly difficult to fight with. Speaking of recoil, these people are allowed to vote too. I know. Shit. Yeah, I know. They are allowed to vote. Oh, I got an empty wine glass. Oh, my wine is way over there. Oh, it's okay. You must be like this smart to vote. You need to do an IQ test to vote. Is that Disco? Is that what we got? I think we got to do that, right? Something. Like we just can't. Garbage. You garbage. All right, I'm losing my mini brain cells watching. I know, we all did. Well, actually, that's comedy. That's just called pure comedy. Doggy! More sophistication in high school drama club. It's true. I did 3 years, grade 7, 8, 9. I was the highest placing student in drama club, in drama class. 7, 8, 9. I was also in math. Mathematics was like, I was a weird kid. Like, my brain is weird. I think I'm weird. And I take that, I take that, that's a compliment, I think. Disco Joe, if you combine all their intelligence together, it will be equivalent to a bag of hammers. In weight? Yeah, I think the point is it wouldn't be, it's obvious. science is not part of their passion. I've always, and this is what, look, as a science writer, a science fiction screenwriter, I write science fiction, horror, and fantasy. I spent 20 years in Los Angeles, so I got a little bit of understanding. The people that wrote some of the best science fiction, or the people that I know that, we talked, were science fiction enthusiasts. Some of them did some pretty amazing things within the business. All pushed out for people like this who have no desire. So they've taken science fiction, the best science fiction concepts, and they've turned them into Melrose Place. They've turned them into little social Melrose Place. I mean, how else do you describe it? It's ridiculous, right? It's all DEI. It's not merit based. The worst thing, the biggest enemy to DEI is a merit-based system. Because all of a sudden, when you just can't use simple things to define people and you have to use actual merit-based ways, you're screwed. Merit is what differentiates the good from the bad, right? Where can I find some of your work to read? It's actually not, so if you Google Danny Alex and screenwriter, you can see a whole bunch of you can see all my awards online. Like, it's all well documented in a number of different websites. Typically, you don't put your screenplays out there, even though I do have a register with the Library of Congress. You will only see screenplays. So if you go, let's say Alien, the first Alien, and you do Alien PDF screenplay, because it's already been made. You can find a lot of these screenplays that have already been made. Screenplays that have not been made because of issues dealing with copyright and all these other things are typically not available except to very specific industry people. So that's kind of but you can Google my name, Danny Alex, and screenwriter, and you will see all these websites that will show the awards that I've won for my screenplays all over the world. And some of these film festivals are very big. Like, some film festivals have upwards of 2,000 entries. And when you win them, as a screenwriter, I am always blown away. Like, holy shit. I didn't just win best horror, I won best screenplay. Right? I mean, that is, there is no, hey man, I'm going to head out for the night. Thank you very much for all the birthday wishes. Creative, happy birthday tomorrow. Stay safe, because I do want to see you on Monday or Tuesday or whenever you come back next. So please play safe. Happy 43rd birthday. And good luck with the tools. Good luck with the tools, my friend. Creative Creature. It's his birthday tomorrow. He's turning 43. It's always a good thing. Like, it is. Like, we all want to be, we all want to feel good about it. Happy B-Day. Doggy throws it out there, bro. Thanks. Will do. See you, Creature. See you, Creative. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Always. So, but yeah, I know, look, there is plenty of web people out there, everywhere from, what are the guys, what's the guy's name? Nerdrotic. He's actually pretty good. I actually give him kudos. He is a comic expert. I couldn't hold a candle to him. The guy is such a freaking comic. I don't even know where he gets the time to watch all these freaking shows. I don't know. But he knows them. He's pretty aggressive in some areas where maybe I wouldn't be as aggressive, but I wouldn't not agree. I think he puts out some good stuff. I think we all know. Thank you. You all have a great weekend. Yeah, you too, Creative. You bet, bro. Cheers. I think we all know that was a critical drinker. What are your thoughts on Elon Musk's plan for Mars this year? Well, look, my plans, my thoughts are that it's going to end up in death. So this year, though, he's planning to send uncrewed ships, right? Spaceships, because this is a time where it's optimal to send ships to Mars, right? So I do think he will send ships. He will send them, probably a couple, at least a couple, right? Disco, I think. Do you think? At least 2 starships? You got to send the ships to try and get the trajectory right? You got to get it... You got to understand what all the different factors are, and then trying to land Starship, you got to try and land it on Mars. 60% of all Mars landings result in failure. That's a bad one, Disco. Dude, like that's a bad one, right? 60% of all landings result in death, crash, boom. So I do think the first group of people that go to Mars are dead. It's so terrible. We did it on, when did we do it? Yesterday, I think, didn't we? I think a show yesterday on the Mars land. Yeah, like the Wednesday was his plans, and they're pretty well designed plans. Yesterday was how people will die. I basically think the first group will die. It's over, like toast, done. Whether it's slow death through radiation and 38% gravity on Mars, and something food, whether it's some of the life support systems breaks down. It's all, something is going to happen, and it's going to be a reality check that humans do not fare well in space and other planets. Frozen seals, right? What's the temperature in the middle of space? Negative, what is it? It's near 0 Kelvin, right? It's freaking cold out there. There's not much energy in the middle of space. But that's another good point. I mean, that's another good point for sure. It is. It's not. I don't think it's going to look good. I don't think it's good. So, but anyway, I think we're going to leave it at that for tonight, guys. Thank you all very much. Disco Joe, thank you for popping back in. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, everybody. Happy Christmas. What? Happy birthday to Creative Creature. We are back on Monday. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. We go live 4, sometimes 5 days a week. Thank you, everybody. You always make my, it's always great having, people here that I always learn so much from, and it's always a pleasure. So hopefully we had some fun tonight, Friday night. It's the weekend, guys. So go into the weekend. Exactly, doggy. Everyone have a great weekend. Relax. It's a tough Joe. Make sure you get a new wine cup. I am. I'm going to have another half a glass of wine, my friend. Thank you very much. I will. Thank you. And good night to everybody. And I will see you on Tuesday, Monday. Have a great weekend, guys. Cheers.